Hi everybody, it's Tatiana and it is Top 5 Wednesday. Top 5 Wednesday is a video series that was created by Lainey over at Ginger Reads Lainey, and I will put the link to her channel as well as the link to the Goodreads group in the description box below. And the objective for this week is your top 5 books with multiple point of views. And the request was that you try to select books that have more than 2 points of view. So, of the books that are in my top 5 list, I only own 2. So I will start with the 2 that I own. The first is Savvy Sisters by Brenda Jackson. This is a romance novel following 3 women who are friends as they are all dealing with new experiences in their lives as well as new challenges. All of them, or the 3 of them, are business women, and they have to deal with the newness of their lives, including the challenges and the onset of budding romances or romantic advances by other people and how they deal with that. Brenda Jackson, as I have said before, is one of my most favorite romance authors, so yeah. Loved it. I don't think I've read anything by her that I don't like. Next is Married Men by Carl Weber, which follows the story of 4 men, all 4 married, all have drama, but they are all male, they are all friends of each other. And so as they are dealing with the drama that is brought into their lives by their relationships and those that they are in relationship with, they have to deal with that and help each other get through their issues and come out on the other side hopefully triumphant. I really enjoyed this. I went through a phase, I think I said when I read The Preacher's Son last year or beginning of this year, that I went through a phase where I was reading Carl Weber all the time. I have so many of his books, and I absolutely love this. This, I think, is his second novel. His first was Looking for Love, which also has multiple point of views. Honorable mention. The third book on my list is Inkheart by Cornelia Funke, and I read that as a audiobook that I bought from the library, which follows the story of Meggie and Dustfinger and all of the other characters that they come in contact with in the story, both the good guys and the bad guys, and it follows and creates this enormous world that is really just a joy to read. I thoroughly enjoyed reading it as an audiobook. My brother read it when he was a kid. That actually is what inspired me to read it. There are so many characters that go into the making of the story, and there are, I think, 4 or 5 characters as the story develops that you get all of their perspectives. You get Maggie's perspective, her father's, Dustfinger's, and just as the story grows, and it is the first book in a trilogy, it just develops into this great world, and I really enjoyed it. I'm going to try reading the second book in print. I did the audiobook and hated it because the narrator annoyed me to no end. So I'm going to borrow the second book from the library or from my brother if he has it and read that in print as opposed to doing the audiobook. Number 2 is The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants by Amber Shares, and that follows the story of 4 young girls as they are dealing with separation anxiety in their first summer that they will be spending apart in their entire lives, and the new journeys that they go on and experience, and how their world actually grows more as they are apart from each other. But the one thing that keeps them together and gives them some hope and some peace is the pair of pants that they have found at a thrift shop that magically fit all 4 of their distinct and different body figures. Absolutely loved it. If you have a young kid who is not into reading or wants to read but doesn't know where to start or whatever, the series is absolutely great. I loved it. And number 1 on my list is Better Than I Know Myself by Virginia DeBerry and Donna Grant. This is the story of 3 African-American women and their friendship and lives together. This was the first novel that I read after sleeping in the bed you made which, or Trying to Sleep in the Bed You Made, which I read by then when I was in like high school. This was the first novel of theirs that I read as an adult, and it was absolutely phenomenal. I was sucked in and tied in from page 1 to the very end. The friendship that these women have, the things that they go through that's very difficult to deal with, but also strengthening to their relationship as well. Absolutely enjoyed it. I don't own that. I borrowed it from the library, but thoroughly enjoyed it, and it's what's kept me reading Virginia DeBerry and Donna Grant for quite some time. They are presently not putting out novels. I don't know why, but they've made some different decisions and choices or changes in their older adult years. Not even really older adult, because they ain't that old, but yeah, they've made some changes in how they are going to do some things, and so they're not doing books at this time, but they are phenomenal. They're a great team, and they put out great work. So that's all that I have for this Top 5 Wednesday. What books have you read? I had to do some really serious digging to find these books that I truly loved with multiple point of views. So can you think of any off the top of your head? And if you can, put them in the description box below and talk to me. What books have you read with multiple point of views that you would consider your favorite? And have a good weekend, whenever you see this video. Peace out.